Hello, I hope everybody's doing good tonight. I just partly did a video and then I accidentally bumped the stop button, so half of my video was gone. I wanted to apologize to everybody because the last video I did, even though it had all the 25 suspicious things about Candus and about Jody Sue, I just thought it was kind of boring. And I talked a long time, so I'm sorry I won't do that because I don't want to keep you a long time. But anyways, there are a lot of things to catch up on. Candus Bly Wells has her own YouTube channel. And that's the big exciting news right now all over YouTube. And Candus has been putting out videos, and mostly she is putting out videos of her kids and, you know, family memories, you know, past videos, nothing from right now. But, you know, I don't blame her for having a channel. She wants to have a channel. Who are we to judge if she wants to have a channel? I got a channel. Anybody can have a channel if they want one. And maybe she wants to express herself. And I was kind of proud of her that she is getting down, doing her own thing apart from Don. And I think he's held her back. And I think she's finally expressing herself. So I'm not going to judge her. And I'm not going to tear her down for that. I don't have anything against Candus other than I know that she's involved somehow with her daughter's disappearance. And I don't want to think that way, and I don't want to believe that way, but all the signs are there, and I can't help it. So anyways, I want to say that, you know, Candus was singing on her YouTube channel, and I seen it, and I felt bad for her. Like, I felt sad that I bet you she is lonely in that house with nobody around, none of her kids. And I'm not saying that I feel sorry for her, that, you know, because it's not anybody's fault but her own and Don's for the situation she's in. I mean, there's neglect charges. There's all kinds of problems in that home, drug and alcohol issues. So it's not anybody's fault that people suspect Candus and Don. But, you know, she's still a human being, and I'm sure she does get lonely and sad being in that house. And I don't think people should judge her, make fun of her. I've seen some YouTube creators making fun of her, and I don't think that's cool. You know, I mean, she just was having a moment, and I'm glad that she's expressing herself, and I want to hear what she has to say, because anything that she says that could lead us closer to knowing where Summer Wells is a good thing, don't you think? I do. I'm not caring about whether she sings. I'm not caring about, you know, her sharing her memories. I just want to know what she's got to say about her daughter, and so far she hasn't said a lot. Now, I did feel sorry for her for about 5 minutes because, I mean, she broke my heart when she started crying and saying how she missed her daughter, and it just made, and that she looks for her everywhere. Well, it just breaks my heart. But the facts remain that there's something wrong here. And I was going to erase my video and delete my video because I thought, oh, God, this poor woman. But then my husband reminded me, and I had to remember that there's a reason that there's 25 suspicious things about Candus. And so I didn't make those suspicious things. I didn't cause them. These are things in her life. And so anyways, I didn't delete my video, even though it's boring. I thought it was boring. I don't want to put my face on the camera. It drove me nuts. So I'm just telling you, But anyways, Candus also said, and this is a statement that bothers me tremendously, and I never heard it before until now, and she was on Cracking Cases, and so if you want to go over to that channel, you can listen to that, but she said that she wished she would have walked her out there. She wished she would have walked Summer out there. She did walk her out somewhere. I truly believe now that Summer has been trafficked. Why else did Don say, check the shed first? I mean, why did he go there and check the shed first? Even his own stepsister said that something was going on in that shed. And they think they were using it and letting her be trafficked out of that shed. And maybe she was being dropped off, picked up, and maybe somebody didn't bring her home. And so, but you know what? Think of this. Both Don and her knew they were going to lose Summer to CPS, that they were coming to get them kids soon. All I'm saying is, I wouldn't doubt whether she sold her or Don sold Summer to some weirdo, or whether they sold her to a decent person, maybe a family member to hide her. I don't know. But I'm saying I have a really, really bad feeling that she was trafficked now after some of the things that I've heard and seen. Okay? So it's just very suspicious. And remember when Don said he slipped up and he said that somebody came up there and she put her in her car, meaning Summer. A female. And so I think that was a slip up, and I think they know who has Summer, and I don't know if they can get her back, or, you know, what kind of bad thing happened, but I feel so bad for this little girl, honest to God. It seems like every day it's like something else. So anyways, I'm just saying to you, I'm not going to judge Candus about her channel or make fun of her. But I do want to tell you this. She doesn't seem to get very emotional in the interview room with Steve Johnson. He did that behavioral analysis tonight. I encourage you to go over there and listen to the interview room. They really break down Candus's statement, all her statements. And, you know, I'm in total agreement with them. And also, if you notice, you know, I was paying attention more to the fact, because they're talking about Candus at the house and that interview. And I was paying attention to Candus, how she was just so non-emotional. My God, do you know how tore up I would be? I could not show you my missing child's toys. I couldn't show you her bedroom without feeling bad. I couldn't do none of that. And so I'd be crying my eyes out. There's no way that I could take a stranger around there and just talk about her and not cry, I'm sorry, and not be upset. And you know what else? All these people that want to defend Candus and Don, and they want to say, oh, well, different people handle emotions different. Bull crap. I don't care. Parents do not act that way. And parents get upset. And they cry. And they get emotional. And it's really hard. And it is difficult. And so I just don't buy this nonsense. Sorry. My TV again. Anyways. No, I don't know. I was feeling all sad, but I don't really feel sad because I think they know what happened to her. But I think it's trafficking, or she didn't come home that day. You know what I find strange is that the grandma, okay, so the video of her on the milk jugs. Now, Chris McDonough said, you know, it's only 8 minutes from the house. So, of course, she went home. But no, because Emma on Crime Stories Obsessed talked to the grandma, and the grandma said it was like after that video was taken, they never got home for an hour and a half. So, where did they go? Good question, right? Yeah. I'm not buying it. Anyways, so Candus, you know, she makes a statement. What if I would have walked out with her? That was on Cracking Cases. Candus did an interview and she said, I keep thinking, what if I would have just walked out there with her? And what does that mean? I truly believe that she was sent out of there. She was trafficked out of there. So I find it very strange. Anyways, I had a couple notes here I wanted to talk about. Like I said, my last video was boring. I'll try not to be that way. And I don't really like seeing myself on camera. I don't like myself on camera, and I bored myself really bad. So I'm sorry about that. You know, Jenna, she was on Ziggy's channel, and she said, you know, she was friends with Candus for a little while. And she said that Candus felt like Don had something to do with this. And they came up with some kind of theory that maybe Don, you know, because they believe he came home early that day, and even Candus told Jenna that he came home around 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I'm going to say this to you because I never thought about this really. But now I know. I believe the reason Don fired Dudley the day before was so that he wouldn't see him leaving work. He left work early that day when Summer went missing. And I believe that's why he got rid of Dudley, because Dudley was a witness and he got rid of him. And plus he could use him as a suspect too. So see, he wouldn't see, if Dudley was around, he would have seen everything Don was doing that day. So there you go. That's probably is why it happened. You know, you see the barrel, you know, that says for sale with Summer dancing around on it, that video. And it really seems scripted. If you go over to Harsh Reality, the channel, he's got a video on that. And it really does. It's all orchestrated and scripted. So I need, you know, you to go over there and check that out. And I do think that they were advertising her. And it sounds terrible, but I do believe that. But anyways, I noticed the barrel, though, that said for sale on it got removed from that place, and then it got painted purple. So that was interesting. So yeah. Also, there's a couple other things I wanted to say to you. And now I don't remember what it was. But, you know, I noticed on the, you know, when Chris did that interview, there was the perfect opportunity right there. Here she is with the retired detective, you know, a good one, a kind one. And she had the opportunity right there to say, please, Chris, can you help me? What can I do to get my daughter back? How can I figure this out? What do I have to do? But no, she did not ask him for help. And all she did was like try to convince him about her story and like defend herself. And that's all she did at the swimming hole. And when she got to the house, all she did was try to convince him of everything that went on. And I'm going to say something. She did not even barely mention Summer's name. Go to her interview. Any one of the first one when Candus did an interview with the news. She said that, oh crap, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, well, she talks about the flowers, she talks about the candy and all that, but you know what? She always says she gave her a piece of candy. She had a piece of candy. She got a piece of candy. I watched her walk into the house. She never, ever says their name. She distances herself the whole time. That's why it seems weird, because we never hear Summer's name. She barely says a word about her in that interview. And so it's a really bad red flag if you want to know my opinion on it. So yeah, a lot of excitement going around the YouTube because this is going on with Candus, and you know, I do believe Candus will never leave Don. She'll go right back to him. So don't believe that she's going to leave him, because I don't believe that. I'd like her to. I'd like her to stay with Don, stay away from him. I think he's ruined her life a lot. So I think he's a bad dude. I think there was a lot. I think that there was sex trafficking going on in that family, that they sold her. That's really what I'm believing. You know? So, I don't know what you think about it, but, you know, a lot of parents, they can act like they're sad and like they're missing their kid, right? But a lot of times it is just to act. And I want you to listen to something. Another little girl that went missing, and she was 6 years old. I think it's in Australia, I don't remember. But her mother is carrying on this 911 call and talking about her missing. And come to find out, she hurt her daughter. And I just want you to listen to this for a few minutes. And under fair use, I'm just, this is from a true 911, but it's just a little clip inside a bigger video. But I just wanted to bring this up for the discussion purpose only, under fair use and copyright. I'm not trying to use this for any other gains. But anyways, this is on true 911 calls. But take a listen to this. Look at this child and take a listen to this call right here. And tell me that if you believe Candus after this, okay?
6-year-old Keisha Whitehart was reported missing to 000 in August 2010 by her mother, Christy Abrams.
I gotta turn it up.
The horrific truth was that the girl wasn't missing at all. She had been murdered by her mother and boyfriend several days prior.
I've just gotten up and I went to the toilet and realized that my front door was open and my daughter's not here.
Okay, what's your address?
It's missing. 342, which I can't get to it.
Okay. You just get the police on their way out there, okay? How old is your daughter? She's 6. Have you checked all the units?
No, I've just gotten up.
Okay, what's your name?
Christy, I'm my mum.
Okay, Christy, what's your last name?
Abraham.
Yeah, and what's your phone number there?
I just got the mobile. I don't know the mobile number.
Okay. What's your mobile?
I don't know.
What's your daughter's name?
Aisha.
What is it?
Aisha.
Spell it.
Aisha.
Yep. Abraham?
Yeah.
And she's 6?
Yeah, she's 6.
Okay, so she, as far as you know, she would be in her pajamas, or you don't know?
Yes, she's in her pajamas.
Okay. So what time would you have last seen her? Last night?
I put her to bed last night, 9:45.
Okay. And do you have any other family that live in the unit block?
No,
Any neighbours that she would talk to?
no.
And it runs off, what is that, Marina Street?
Pardon?
The corner street, there's Marina Street?
Carlo.
Okay. Has she ever done this before?
No, not really. Like, she looked at it with the window and shit, but I don't know.
Is she tall, short, skinny?
She's tall, she's skinny, she's got blonde hair, she's blue eyes.
Yep. And what colour jammies did she have on last night?
Like pink pajamas and a purple jacket, a purple pumpkin patch jacket.
So pink pajamas and a purple jacket last night.
Yes.
I've just let the police know. We've got everybody on their way out to see you, okay?
Yeah.
And she's never done this.
Like, she gets up and plays, like, in the middle of the night to the stairs. I'm caught out of the window before with it open, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. And it's just the two of you that live there?
I've got a 2-year-old and a 3-week-old baby.
And are they still there?
Yeah, they're still here.
They're still there?
Yes.
And have they seen the 2-year-old? Have you quizzed the 2-year-old? Can your 2-year-old speak? Yeah.
No, she was in bed up with me as well. I've just gotten up.
Okay. So the 2 and 3-week-old are still there?
Yes. And that's the kid's father. He's here as well.
He's there as well? Okay. Now, Christy, we have got everybody on their way out there.
Yeah.
So he's out yelling the street for us.
Yeah, he's going looking for her.
So that's your ex-partner, is that right?
Yes, that's the kid's father, yes.
What's his name?
Robert?
Robert?
Yeah, Robert.
Robert who?
Smith.
Okay. And you've looked in all the cupboards?
Yes, he's not here. I looked everywhere.
Do you have any birth marks on her?
He's only got like a little one on his stomach. I've got one in the same place as well.
Ears pierced?
Yes, but she hasn't got my earrings in.
Okay. Alright, Christy. Well, I'm going to hang up. We've got police on their way there now.
Alright.
If you hear anything before we get there, you call us straight back.
I will.
Okay? Otherwise, we'll be there as soon as possible, okay?
Yes.
Alright, then we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
The little girl who was announced missing in 2010 spurred a nationwide search by relatives, friends of the family, and members of the public, as well as officials that lasted months until finally her mother Christy confessed to her gruesome crime. In August 2010, 000 received a distress call from Christy, who stated that she had gotten up during the night to go to the toilet and found that her daughter was gone. This story was very different from the harrowing truth. The Sydney child killer unknowingly admitted her awful act to an undercover police officer 8 months later.
Just like that, just went like that. But then like she must have got scared, I don't know, like just jumped and then just
What do you mean it went like that?
no, just a nudge it.
Just a nudge.
Yeah, put the pajamas on.
Oh, okay, right.
I don't know, she just started making me noises. I would go away. And then in the morning, she would
The couple swore innocence, using Abram's best friend, Allison Anderson, as a spokesperson.
Well, anyways, the parents got in trouble, and she gave her confession to an undercover cop, and come to find out, when they found the body, she had many fractures all over her body. She was killed. And then her body was burned. They burned her body. her mother kicked her and beat her. So the thing is, I don't know, you know, you heard that mother just crying away, giving this story to the 911 dispatch, how, oh my God, I woke up and my daughter's gone. Well, you know, it was all fake, every bit of it. And I think that's really sad because, you know, some people can really put on the act and they can fake you out. And that's why, even though Candus sounds very sad and she sounds like she misses the kids, I wanted you to hear this because, you know, some people, they can put on an act, a really good show, and it is very scripted, Candus's story, just like Steve said. I mean, it seems like everything's scripted, especially. We went to here, and then we planted flowers, and then we got a piece of candy, and then she went in the house, and then I watched her go in the house, and it was only 5 minutes, and my mom, I'm sorry, she adds a lot of detail, and she doesn't even need to. She's trying to convince. And not only does she add unimportant details, she doesn't add any other detail about her daughter. I would encourage you, like I said, to go listen to some of her interviews. Like her first interview, like her interview with Chris, she really doesn't say Summer's name. And so I think it's really important that all of us, anybody who has a channel, any creator, that we continue to keep Summer Wells' name alive. She needs her name spoken out. We do not want to forget her, and we do not want TBI to forget her. And we want justice for her. And I believe this family knows exactly what happened to that little girl, and they need to come clean. That's all there is to it. So anyway, so that's what's going on. Candus Bly, that's the name of her channel. If you want to subscribe and go keep an eye on what she's having to say, see some pictures of the kids. You know, there's a lot of 911 calls. That channel, True 911 Calls, that's really interesting. It's got a lot of kids that, you know, their parents did bad things. So it's missing kids. People claiming their child is missing. You know, very, very sad. Just like that guy who just got caught. I don't remember where it was, but they had the body in the freezer. Oh, they had hers in the they had her suitcase, that other girl I was just talking about. And they had her in a suitcase, and then they burned her. I think they said 10 weeks or something they had her in the suitcase. So you can't put it past any of these people, or you can't put it past anything. But to me, it just seems like trafficking would be the most motive for these people. I mean, there could have been an accident, or Candus could have, you know, lashed out in rage, or Don could have abducted her. I mean, it very well could be that Candus doesn't know what Don did, that he was laying down there and took her. That could have happened. But I think they both knew, and I think they were both involved with trafficking her, Summer. And because why else would Don always say, you know, it was her downfall to be outside, and I'm afraid she's in some dungeon and she can't go outside and being tortured. And so, yeah, I think he does know. And Candus knows what they did with her. I only pray to God. I would love it for it to be safe, but we don't know. So anyways, go check out the interview room tonight. He had Steve Johnson on there. The statement analysis, behavior analysis guy. And check out Candus's channel if you want to. I subscribe to it only because I want to see what she's talking about. And by the way, it really bothered me because she did have a child in that hotel room. And I don't care whose child it was. I don't think it was her child. Maybe it was Summer. But I think it was her friend's child. But, you know, if you have children removed from you by the state, there is a reason. And so I don't think she should be hanging around any little kids. And I'm not trying to be mean, but it's the truth. She doesn't even have her own children. So what makes it seem okay to this person that's staying in the motel room with her to bring her child around? Candus. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to be mean to Candus, but it's a fact. So, and I pray she doesn't get those boys back. I'm sorry. She's just not fit to be a mother right now, you know. I think after losing like 7 children or 8 children, I think you should be taken out of the mother pool. Like, you can't have no more kids, and you shouldn't be allowed to anyways if you lose that many. There's a problem, okay? So anyways, I just wanted to show you that. I thought it was very interesting how a parent can put on an act and start crying and whining and they're lying when actually she kicked and beat her own child and killed her. And then they left her like that. They knew she was injured really bad, and they left her. That poor little girl, she was only 6 years old. My God. It just makes you sick. There's so much evil in the world. So many terrible abusers. Like, what's wrong with people hurting children? I can't. And you know, I just be crying my eyes out. I would not be able to handle it. I seriously wouldn't be able to. It'd be terrible to lose a child. And I could not stop looking. And I would not stop talking. And I would not stop begging people. And like I said, she had the perfect opportunity with Chris. And she could have begged him to help her. And I bet you he would have. But no, she didn't want to do that. See, I don't think she really wants to find Summer. I think she knows that Summer's gone and she's not coming back. And I'm sorry to say that. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings or whatever they think. I really don't think it's a stranger abduction. I never did. I think it's from their own family, and I'm not going to be persuaded to fall to that side. If it is someone else, you know, I'll say I'm sorry for accusing her of that, but I'm not sorry that she's done some rotten things, and she's been accused of a lot of bad things with her kids. So I do pray for her. I hope she gets help. I hope she changes her life, but I hope she's held accountable for the things she has done. So anyways, everybody, like I said, I'm sorry for my last video. I thought it was rotten, and that you had to endure it if you did watch it. Thank you for watching it. I love everybody on here. I hope you had a good weekend, and keep praying. You know, there's war going on in the world, and we just pray that our nation is safe and that God will watch over those that are in the Ukraine, and that he'll bring peace and resolution very quickly. And we pray that Summer Wells is found soon so that we can bring closure to this case. Anyways, amen. I hope everybody has a good week and that you're blessed and that you stay warm and safe and happy. And keep looking and digging and keep talking about Summer. It keeps the case alive. Okay, everyone. Thank you again and have a good night. God bless you.